Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to GCI Global Cultures and Issues News. I am your host, Andrew Francisco. Today is Tuesday, February 18th, and tonight you will hear a special report on the air dispute in the East China Sea. Specifically, this conflict involves China against Japan and surrounding nations, including South Korea. This conflict is over who gets to control the air over a set of islands called the Air Defense Identification Zone. China calls this zone Diaoyu, while Japan names it Senkaku. Japan bought 3 of the islands from the zone in September 2012. Feeling threatened, China claimed the airspace in this region in late November 2013. The Air Defense Identification Zone is to the south of China and southwest of Japan. It is somewhat sandwiched between the two countries. Look at this picture that shows the area that is being disputed. In red is the part that China controls, and in blue is what Japan controls. The waters are highly desirable for its rich hydrocarbon reserves and many fish for fishing. China has demanded several things of other countries wishing to enter the zone. First, all flights from other countries entering the zone have to report their flight plans. Second, they are expected to maintain communication and identification. Lastly, if these expectations are not met, China has declared that its armed forces will immediately use defensive emergency measures to respond. Vice President Joe Biden gave the U.S.'s opinion on the conflict. He said, "We, the United States, are deeply concerned by the attempt to unilaterally change the status quo on the East China Sea. The U.S. does not recognize China's claims to the air defense zone or its demands about being notified when other planes enter the area." Later that month of November 2013, the U.S. sent 2 unarmed B-52 bombers over to the zone without telling China and ignoring China's demands. China did not respond with rage, but instead stated that they had identified the U.S. aircraft and have very good control over the zone. Overall, this conflict is a struggle for power between China and surrounding nations. Whether the surrounding nations are strong enough to keep China away from the air zone and vice versa remains to be seen. Good afternoon, everyone, and tune in for next week's special report.